Letter 344. For Mr. John Scott at Oxnam. Mr. John Scott, minister of Oxnam, zealously adhered to the protesters, and Rutherford's letters to him have chiefly a reference to the proceedings of that party. After the restoration of Charles II, Scott was imprisoned for some time, but suffered less than others of his brethren. On being set at liberty, he was allowed to return to his parish and to resume the exercise of his ministry. We find him continuing there down to 1664, when he was brought before the short-lived High Commission Court, erected in the beginning of that year, for having assisted at communions which were reckoned contrary to law. How he was dealt with by that court is not now known. In 1669 he became indulged minister of Oxnam. He must have died previously to 1684, as in that year the name of Elizabeth Ray, relict of Mr. John Scott, late minister of Oxnam, occurs among a list of names in the parish of Kelso, delegated by the curate of that parish to the Committee of Privy Council, which met at Jedburgh, with the view of proceeding against those guilty of church disorders, that is, against those who deserted their own parish church and attended conventicles. Warrants for Privy Council. Excuse for absence from duty. Reverend and dear brother, no man oweth more to the church of God with you than poor and wretched I. But when weakness of body, and the Lord by it, did forbid me to undertake a lesser journey to Edinburgh, I am forbidden far more to journey thither. And believe it, nothing besides this doth hinder. I am unable to overtake what the Lord hath laid upon me here, and therefore I desire to submit to sovereignty, and must be silent. If my prayers and best desires to the Lord could contribute anything for promoting of his work, my soul's desire is that the wilderness and that place to which I owe my first breathing, in which I fear Christ was scarce named as touching any reality or power of godliness, may blossom as a rose. So desiring and praying that his name may be great among you, and entreating that you may believe that the names of the Lord's adversaries shall be written in the earth, and that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them be no rain, and that the Lord will create glory upon every assembly in Mount Zion. I rest. Your own brother in the Lord, Samuel Rutherford, St. Andrews, June the 15th, 1655.